Okay, this is looking pretty good. So, new moon, so there's no moon, and completely clear skies. Absolutely right through, not a cloud in the sky all night. Humidity down here 100%. Temperature the same as the dew point. So it could be a foggy morning, maybe. Albeit it doesn't say any fog. It says zero on fog, to be fair. But a good astro forecast that. You see from that little clip that I put up there that clear outside, looking really good this week for a bit of an astro shoot. I've been down to get out and do a wild camp for a while since lockdown finished, and I've been looking for a decent window where there's going to be a good clear skies coinciding with the new moon, and this Thursday would appear to be it, which is tomorrow when this is being filmed. I've got a bit of a problem at the minute though. My main camera, Sony the A7 that I've got, is away for repair. And that's the one that I usually do all my astro shooting with. And also a Fuji lens I've got, the 10 to 24mm, which is a really wide angle Fuji lens, is also away for repair. So I'm pretty restricted to the actual equipment that I can go out and use. But I just wanted to discuss that before we go out. So this is my Fuji X-T1. Used to be my main camera, and I converted it to infrared when I got my Sony A7, so it's a sort of a backup camera but handy for black and white. The lens I've got on it at the minute is the very, very nifty 35mm prime 1.4, so it is a wide aperture lens and a fast lens, but it's fixed focal length of 35mm, so that's going to be challenging. I'm going to have to do a bit of working on the composition for that. And the other thing I've got borrowed off a friend at the minute is this, a small Sony compact. Surely he's not going to shoot astro with this, he thinks. Well, I'm going to give it a go. I think this is a pretty nifty camera. I think this could probably work. Again, it's got a wide aperture it's got a fast lens on it. Yeah, it's only a compact, but don't underestimate the power of this little Sony. This is a Mark 6. And again, I'm going to try and use this, or at least going to try, and see if we can get some decent astro stuff with this. So the plan will be to head out tomorrow afternoonish, camp out for sunset. I'm going to go to Helm Crag. For those of you familiar with the Lake District, it's as you drop down Dunmail Raise from Keswick towards Grasmere. It's the hill on the right hand side that's often referred to as the Lion and the Lamb. I'm not quite sure why. I've been up there a few times now and looked at it, and I can't see it. I keep looking at it from different angles. The reason I've chose that is because there's a lot of gnarly rocks at the top and like little peninsulas where I think I might be able to sort of stand on and get some Milky Way closer up shots with the 35mm prime, which is a 50mm equivalent really, with the sort of stars in the background and maybe me on an edge somewhere. So I need to shoot up, and I've sort of got a mental idea in my head what I'm thinking of. Whether it will work or not is another matter. And then I've got this the little compact to try and see if we can get maybe a time lapse, maybe maybe some wider shots. Probably stack them together, so a fair bit of stacking involved to try and reduce the noise. So that's the plan. Forecast looks brilliant. Chance of mist in the morning, I think, albeit it doesn't show fog on clear outside. The dew point and the temperature are about the same. It's 100% humidity, so I think there's got to be a chance. And I've sussed it for a sunrise shot, and it would be cracking overlooking Grasmere if there's a bit of mist in the valley. Could be brilliant. Could be. So this is the plan. Let's see how well we manage to turn plan A into reality. Let's see you down somewhere near Grasmere. Okay, welcome to Grasmere, or just outside Grasmere, next to the A591, and this little fell behind me is Helm Crag. And my intended location. I'll tell you what, I just got the camping rucksack out of the house. Just forgotten how heavy it is with all the camping gear in it. There's an absolute ton. And it is red hot. It's 20 degrees. So it's going to be a bit of a sweaty one getting up there. So show you the little trek on the way up there, and we'll catch up somewhere near the top. Off we go. Right, that's me on the top now, and a few important things to do. First important thing, put the bag down, sit down and chill out for half an hour. Been a bit of a hike getting up here, so just soak it up, plenty of time, just relax, chill out and just watch the world go by for half an hour. Next priority is to work out where the tent's going to go, and there's only one consideration for me where the tent needs to go, and it's where's it going to look good in a photograph. I'm not asked about whether it's comfy or not. I just want a shot that's going to look good in a photograph. I'm not bothered where the tent goes really. I know it's a bit counterproductive, but I never sleep well in the tent anyway, so I might as well put the tent somewhere where it's going to look good in a photo. So I'll have a look around for that, and then I'll crack up photo pills and start doing some work of the augmented reality on photo pills, looking where the line of the Milky Way is going to be, and looking at some of these rocky peninsulas behind me to try and get a nice composition and try and work out some shots. So chill out for half an hour and then I'll come back and show you what I'm up to. I've just had a quick look on the Cumbria Aviation Facebook page, and there's some notifications on there at the minute saying that some F-16s travelling north requesting low-level flight permission in this flight area. Now they don't always come this way, sometimes come either up through Dunmail, which case I would see them, or they go over Kirkston, in which case I wouldn't see them if you went that way. But yeah, I'll try my best if they come by. I mean, a cracking spot here. This is a great spot for spotting the low-flying jets coming through. Might be quite good to get a couple of F-16s coming through. Come on, baby. Was kind of the Americans to do a lap round the block and come past, so we've got two F-16s there. I think the first was an F-16 and then there was two together, which was the three that are out, so that was quite cool. Nice little addition. I didn't get any photos, just a bit of video, so yeah, we're up to 4:30 now, so sunset's around 7:30, so still got plenty of time. I've had a good rest, good sit down for half an hour, so main job now is to try and identify a suitable location for the tent that'll fit with some photos later. You know, I fancy a blue hour shot with the tent lit up and all that sort of stuff, so try and find somewhere reasonably flat and photogenic if I can, and then we'll start showing you a couple of compositions maybe for later on when it gets a bit dark. Thinking about putting the tent down here, just on this little grassy bit down there. It would sit quite well as a nice composition from here.
albeit it won't work with the Milky Way because the Milky Way is actually going to be rising over here. So I'm going to have to think of something else for that. But certainly as a blue hour shot, with Grasmere and this nicely load of rocks leading up to it, yeah, it would be quite nice, I think. Well, that is a cracking little pitch just there. Unfortunately, it's right behind this big rock, which would hide it from up there. So, cracking little spot. Ideally, ooh, there might just be enough space here to stick a tent. Oh yes. Right, it's a bit uneven, but it's going to have to do, because the view here, right off this edge, that way, is pretty decent. So yes, the tent's going here. Right, I've got the tent pitched in what can only be described as probably the worst place to put it, but probably the best place for photos. Yeah, it's on a bit of a, a dodgy spot. It's one, it's uneven. Two, half the tent poles are missing after I lent it to one of my children, who shall remain nameless. So half the things are flapping about. So it'd be a wonder if I don't get blown off. But yeah, it's if we roll out of bed, it's a bit of a long one down there. But yeah, I'll just have to make sure I don't roll over in my sleep. Yeah, it's looking really nice. Sun setting over there, Easdale Tarn over there, and that's where I'm going to be shooting from up there later on. So might just get the kettle on, have a brew like you do, get the jet boil on, make myself a nice cup of coffee, chill out for an hour, and then start thinking of what I'm going to do for sunset. There's no clouds, so there's not going to be anything decent, I don't think, till the blue hour, but hey, it's just great to be out. This is a great little bit of kit. It's just a little blow up light. Basically you just blow a bit of air into it, and then when you switch it on, it just provides a little bit of light. One of the tricky things about trying to photograph a tent at night is sometimes the tent's overexposed, you know, because it's bright. If you put a torch in it to light it up, and then it's a very dark background, it's very easy to blow the tent out. So with one of these little blow up things, only a few quid, you just blow them up, hang them in your tent, cover them with a blanket if it's too bright, and provides really good light for lighting your tent up. And it's solar powered as well, which is great. So I'm just leaving it out for an hour before the sun sets, and that'll be fully charged. Right, you can see from the glow on my face, the sun is just setting. It's just over there, just about to go down behind the thing. So now it's time to get a bit of proper work done, and try and go and find some proper compositions. So what I've got is a 10-24 on the Fuji, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with the phone with photo pills on and start working out now where I'm going to get some compositions for the Milky Way as it rises later. So let's go and have a wander, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with photo pills about how I try to set this up. Right, so I've got photo pills up here, and it's probably hard to see on the back of this screen, but you can see where the Milky Way is going to come. It's going to go up there. So the red dot is the Milky Way core, and it's probably just to the left of that peninsula. So not really where I want it. Probably want it above me if I'm going to do a sort of peninsula shot, so I don't think this works here. Let's try somewhere else. Right, this looks just about perfect. You've got the Milky Way core just rising in front of this peninsula here. Yeah, that'd be quite nice, I think, as a shot. I think because I'm shooting quite wide as well. I could shoot that with a 35mm actually, it might be quite good. With the core behind it, that could work really nice. So definite shot here, number 2. Definite shot. Just thought of something else as I'm stood here. If you can see down below me there, this is the main A591. Goes from Keswick down to Windermere. And from here, all the cars are whizzing by. That might make quite a nice light trail shot later on, once it's a bit darker. It's quite busy, and there's like a snaky road comes through. Well, quite cool. Add it to the list of shots. I'm going to be busy. So, that's it. My little torch, my little night light, whatever you want to call it. Put it in your tent. And hopefully it gets a little bit darker. Your tent starts to glow a little. You can probably just make the tent out there lit up now with the light, which is quite nice, and lights the Grasmere. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but you can see now it's a nice blue hour shot with the tent. It's a bit blue on the back of here, but it is quite a blue hour shot. But tent's standing out quite nicely now. I think this could be quite a nice shot. Just trying to find what composition works best in terms of proportions. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Jesus. Probably going to be quite hard to see here. Trying my best. Right, so come up onto this little bibbly bobbly. And there we have it. Pitch blackness. If you can make it out in there or not. That's where we're going to set up. Probably can't tell, but we've got Jupiter and Saturn up there now. And the videoing's obviously going to be a bit sketchy from now on, so I'll just probably put up pictures as and when they appear. So the next thing you should see, hopefully, is a bit of moving time lapse with the Milky Way rising above there, and maybe a shot with me on the top. Enjoy. Unfortunately, I made a bit of an error with the intervalometer, which meant that I didn't have enough images really to put a suitable time lapse together. This was the basic composition that I started off with, and you can see from this the stars actually came out okay. Once I got the basic composition, I then tried to walk into the scene. I don't think I did a very good job of this silhouette. I wasn't really stood on the highest point from where the camera was at, so it didn't work particularly well. I also tried with the small Sony, and again didn't do a bad job of the stars, but both of the cameras that I was using both struggled with the foreground, even stacking several images together. Here I used a mobile phone to illuminate my face, but again the foreground is really lumpy. I then turned with both cameras to try the light trails, and again the foreground really wasn't sufficient detail for these to be of anything other than a mobile phone shot. If you tried to print these out, they'd be awful. You get the idea. There was some nice light shining through the valley as the cars whizzed past. So that was a bit sketchy running around in all the rocks out there. But yeah, I'm in the tent now, obviously, as you can see, and off to sleep for a few hours. I don't know how that went actually. It's quite difficult to tell reviewing. You can't zoom in very well on the XT1 to check the sharpness of the images, so there's a bit of sort of luck. They sort of look sharp, but whether they will be when you get them on a big screen or what, I don't know. So a bit of fingers crossed. We've managed to get a couple tonight. A few hours sleep, and let's hope Bit of breeze about them, and it needs to die down. Get a bit of mist in the morning. Alright, night folks. Oh, let's have a look out there, see what we can see. Ooh, you can't see it on there, but there's a bit of mist on the wicket. There is a little bit. Well, good morning. This low lighting position is not doing anything for the bags under my eyes. I don't know if you can see behind me, it's quite tricky to make out, but there is a thin bank of mist and fog. No, it's just mist. Just sat over Rydal water. God, those bags make me look like a panda. No, I didn't sleep. Not much. You can see I'm in the blue hour, and you can see probably on the horizon there behind me there is a little bit of cloud coming in as well, which yeah, could be ideal really. So I'm about 45 minutes out from sunrise, so I'm just going to go and get a quick brew, have a coffee, wake myself up, and then get ready for a bit of action, because I think could be a nice little shot coming here. I've already taken a blue hour shot, which I'll save to the end and stick them all up together, I think, if there is any decent ones. Yeah, brew to wake me up. So the sun should come over the horizon around about here, over this peak here. So what I'm hoping is, as it pops up, it spills a load of light into the valley, lighting up all this mist. I've been waiting nearly an hour now for the sun to get high enough in the sky to light this lot up. It's nearly there. It's not really done much for them clouds behind, but I'm hoping as it gets over the top of there, it throws some good light onto the side of Loughrig. Right, after quite a bit of waiting, the sun's eventually popped up, and we're getting some nice light now in the foreground, and down there in the mist, some lovely little bits of mist keep swirling in and out. I've got the infrared running a time lapse zoomed in at the mist on the edge here as it's been swirling in and out, so that might be quite interesting. Well, that's been some quite nice light there now, and hopefully a couple of nice images. I'm going to go and take the tent down. You don't want to watch me do that though, so what I'm going to do is I'll stick up all the images from this morning, a little bit of music and maybe a bit of video footage, just to finish this video off. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you look at the images and you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It'd be good to catch some more subscribers. But until next time, from Helm Crag, this is me signing out. Bye.